Welcome to Martha's Vineyard, the premier August destination where history, culture, and opportunity converge for real melanin magic. As a Black executive who has had the pleasure of visiting this island several times, I can tell you firsthand that Oak Bluffs offers more than just stunning beaches and picturesque landscapes, though it certainly has those in abundance. The historical significance of the Inkwell, a beach that has been a symbol of freedom and community for African Americans since the early 20th century, sets the stage for a rich experience that blends the past with the present. But what makes August truly special is the magnetic pull it has on Black ballers, better known as high net worth individuals, Black intelligentsia, cultural influencers from across the country. In recent years, we've seen an increase in interest from corporates, educational, and philanthropic institutions eager to engage with our community. Basically, anyone interested in Black leaders, Black thought leadership, Black partners, Black eyeballs, or Black dollars. Whether it's networking with fellow leaders, attending thought-provoking panels, or simply enjoying the vibrant cultural scene, Martha's Vineyard in August offers a unique blend of relaxation and enrichment that you won't find anywhere else. So, whether you're here to reconnect with your peeps, forge new connections, or just soak up the atmosphere with your family, Martha's Vineyard in August is the place to be. Join me as we explore why this island has become the ultimate summer retreat for Black excellence. Indulge me for a few minutes because I need to go into a bit of history and logistics to set the stage. Who is Martha, anyway? Who the heck is Martha? Martha's Vineyard is named after the daughter of British explorer Bartholomew Gosnold, who is credited with discovering the island in 1602. The vineyard part of the name comes from the wild grapes that Gosnold found growing on the island when he first arrived. Gosnold, who played a significant role in early English colonization efforts in North America, chose to honor his daughter Martha by naming the island after her. The island has retained the name for over 4 centuries, evolving from a small colonial settlement to a renowned summer destination. So, Martha's Vineyard carries not only the personal legacy of Gosnold's daughter, but also a rich history that reflects the exploration and settlement of the New World by Europeans. Over time, the island has become known for its unique culture, scenic beauty, and particularly in more recent history, its significance to African American communities, especially in places like Oak Bluffs and the Inkwell. The towns in Martha's Vineyard include 6, each with its own distinct character. Edgartown is the oldest and largest town, known for its elegant Greek Revival homes, charming streets, and historic lighthouses. It was a major whaling port in the 19th century and today is a popular destination for shopping, dining, and sailing. Visit to Martha's Vineyard in August quite possibly will have you visiting some places in Edgartown as well. Vineyard Haven, or Tisbury, is often considered the gateway to Martha's Vineyard. Vineyard Haven is where most visitors arrive by ferry. Well, that's what ChatGPT says anyway. I typically come in on the ferry to Oak Bluffs directly. Vineyard Haven is a bustling port town with year-round community offering a variety of shops, restaurants, and cultural attractions. Again, you might quite probably find yourself in Vineyard Haven on a visit to Martha's Vineyard, even if you stay in Oak Bluffs. West Tisbury, known for its rural charm and agricultural roots, West Tisbury is the island's pastoral heart. It features rolling farmlands, art galleries, and the famous Grange Hall, which hosts farmers markets and crafts fairs. I've never, to my knowledge, been to West Tisbury. I'm not the rural charm and agricultural roots type of chick. Chilmark, it's a more secluded and rural part of the island. It's famous for its rolling hills, stone walls, and beautiful beaches, including the renowned Menemsha Beach. which is known for its stunning sunsets and fresh seafood. So there are some folks that have homes in Chilmark, including one of our favorite leaders of the free world. Aquino is located on the westernmost point of the island. Aquino is formerly known as Gay Head, is home to the iconic Gay Head Cliffs and Lighthouse. The town is also known for its strong Wampanoag Native American heritage. I'm sure I butchered that name. I don't know how to say it. My apologies. And then sixth is Oak Bluffs, known for its Victorian gingerbread cottages, lively downtown area, and the historic Inkwell Beach. Oak Bluffs is a vibrant summer resort town with a rich African American history. Each of these towns contributes to the unique and diverse character of Martha's Vineyard, making the island a richly varied destination for visitors. Oak Bluffs got its name from the abundance of oak trees in the area and the bluffs that overlook the sea. Originally known as Cottage City, the town was established in the 19th century as a religious camp meeting site. The area quickly evolved into a popular summer resort known for its charming gingerbread cottages, which I said earlier, vibrant community, which I mentioned already. In 1907, the town's name was officially changed from Cottage City to Oak Bluffs to better reflect its natural features and to distinguish it from other areas. The name highlights the scenic oak-covered bluffs that are a prominent feature of the town, combining the natural beauty of the landscape with its growing identity as a welcoming and inclusive summer retreat. But here's the deal. It's one of the few places in the region and in the country where African Americans could vacation. And so that's where we went. That's where we convened it. And it was a popular area that was listed in the Green Book. And that's why it became a popular destination for Black folks. The Inkwell, I just think it's such an interesting story. There was a movie done about the Inkwell, which I'm sure many people have seen, and if you haven't, you should watch it, with Lawrence Tate and Jada Pinkett Smith. Very cute story. The origins of the Inkwell, the name of the Inkwell Beach was explained in there, but I will explain it here now as well. So the Inkwell Beach in Oak Bluffs, Martha's Vineyard, got its name as a reflection of both racial segregation and a sense of community pride. In the early 20th century, the beach became a popular gathering spot for African Americans at a time when racial segregation was prevalent in many parts of the United States, including vacation destinations. The name Inkwell was initially used by white residents as a derogatory term, referencing the skin color of the beachgoers. Over time, the African American community embraced the name Inkwell, turning it into a symbol of resilience, cultural pride, and communal strength. The beach became a significant social hub for African Americans, particularly during the era when Oak Bluffs emerged as a leading vacation spot for Black professionals, intellectuals, and artists. Today, the Inkwell Beach is celebrated as an iconic and historical site, representing not only the challenges of segregation, but also the enduring spirit and legacy of the African American community on Martha's Vineyard. So let me break this down in case it isn't obvious. Black people get into the water at this beach, and the white residents call it the Inkwell, as if we darkened up the water. This is yet another reason why I love my Black people. We took the pejorative term, we embraced it, now celebrate it, and increase the property value. How about that? So why August? August is the most popular month for Black people to visit. Did I say the Blacks? August is the most popular month for Black people to visit Martha's Vineyard, particularly Oak Bluffs, for several historical and cultural reasons. I will explain. One, it's a historical tradition. This dates back to early 20th century. It became a welcoming and inclusive vacation spot at a time when many other places were not. I've mentioned that. It is for cultural and a place for cultural and social gatherings, for families from the Northeast, like family reunion time, parties, cultural festivals, art exhibitions. things like that. Networking and influencer presence, which is more recent. It has become a hub for Black professionals, intellectuals, and influencers. Many high-profile figures, including politicians, celebrities, and business leaders, visit during this time, coupled with events organized by corporate, educational, and philanthropic institutions. And then, it's the best weather on the island. Warm temperatures, clear skies, ideal conditions for beach outings, sailing, other outdoor activities. And then it became tradition, right? So it just became passed down over generations. Families return year after year, creating a sense of community and continuity. And now it's just deeply rooted in the collective memory and tradition of the Black community. So that's what makes August a really special and highly anticipated time for Black folks. So here's the fun part. What is there to do? There's a lot to do, really. So there's the beach. There's, of course, the inkwell. And besides sunbathing, swimming, and beach parties, many of the Divine Nine organizations have beach parties in August, the biggest being Pinkwell, hosted by my beloved sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. But many, if not all, of the Divine Nine organizations have beach parties on the Inkwell. Then there's the State Beach. There's Menemsha Beach with its famous sunsets and local fish markets, fresh seafood. Then there's cultural community events. The African American Film Festival is held in Oak Bluffs in August. It's a prestigious event that celebrates Black filmmakers, features screenings, panel discussions, and networking opportunities. There's the Grand Illumination, which is a beloved Oak Bluffs tradition where the famous gingerbread cottages are decorated with lanterns, and it's just the cutest thing, and it's really beautiful to see. Then there's the Martha's Vineyard Agricultural Fair, which came up, and again, not being an agricultural type chick, I have never been. I don't know if anybody's ever been, but if you've been, let me know in the comments. Many social and networking gatherings. A lot of university alumni associations have gatherings during the month of August, and a lot of professional organizations have dinners and exclusive events. When I was there, Syracuse, Duke, University of Pennsylvania, and my beloved Hoyas all had alumni gatherings. Many HBCUs gathered during this time. I know for sure that Howard had an event while I was there. My sorority had a sold-out luncheon, as did my dear Link sisters. Many organizations have events there. There are art exhibits and book talks. Various galleries and literary events take place featuring prominent African-American artists and authors. I know that Sunny Hostin was promoting her book, Summer on the Bluffs, during the week that I was there. So shout out to Sora Sunny. It was a book that I've read and enjoyed immensely. I'm actually on the next book. She has a trilogy. I think it's called Summer on Sag Harbor. I'm enjoying that, and then looking forward to the third. So lots of outdoor adventures, hiking and biking. I did a lot of walking when I was there. I have not hiked, but I have ridden the bike when I was there, and that's a lot of fun. Sailing and boating. So I have done, actually, I don't think what I did can be considered sailing. I did go out in a boat, but we did this fun activity, which I don't even want to try to describe, but I went out on a boat and we did something fun out on the boat. So you can do some sailing and boating. Then of course there's the dining and the nightlife. So there's fine dining, restaurants in Edgartown and Oak Bluffs where you get some fresh seafood, and you could do some pop-up dinners and beachside barbecues, lots of culinary options. There's live music and dancing, numerous venues in Oak Bluffs and Vineyard Haven, Edgartown too. Live music, jazz, soul, local bands, ticketed parties, invite-only parties, house parties, kids parties, parties. Lots of parties in August. There's historical and educational sites. There's the African American Heritage Trail, where you can explore over 30 sites dedicated to the contributions of African Americans to the island's history. There's the Martha's Vineyard Museum. I did go to an event event at did I go to, I think I went, that's where the event was. So the Martha's Vineyard Museum offers insights into the island's history, culture, and art through various exhibitions. Then there's shopping and art galleries. There's a gallery on Circuit Ave, which is the main thoroughfare in Oak Bluffs. And then there are cute little boutiques and things. So lots to do. Multi-generational activities, everything from the young ones to the older ones. Here is my schedule during my visit in August of 2024. Sunday, I flew from JFK to MVY. I met my roommate, Sora Lillian, for the first time in real life at JFK. We were on the same flight. She flew in from the Bay. We met at the airport, and then we're on the same flight to MVY. And we met some other folks there and had a fun little meetup. Took an Uber to the house and then met 3 of the 4 other housemates, and went to dinner at the Sweet Life in Oak Bluffs. We walked Circuit Avenue for a little bit and got some donuts from Backdoor Donuts, which is a Martha's Vineyard tradition. We hung out in downtown Oak Bluffs for a bit at the Oak Bluffs Inn with the owner Eric, who's friends with one of our other housemates, Lolita, and then we turned in for the evening. On Monday, I had some work calls, and our 6th housemate arrived. We took a bus down to Inkwell Beach in the afternoon. We met, I think we had dinner. I think 2 of our housemates, Michelle and Lolita, prepared dinner and drinks, which was really nice. It was like gourmet meal, seriously, and really nice drinks. Then we went to the Red Cat Bar on Circuit Avenue, which was fun. And I think we ended our evening there. So Tuesday, I went to Dining with Deb. So it was at Martha's Vineyard Museum in Bluffs, and it was fabulous. Wins the award for the best swag bag of the entire week, and I had a few, but there were some really generous sponsors and we got some really nice gifts. And when I tell you, there were some successful, creative, beautiful, well-heeled, stylish, powerful, and connected Black boss ladies from across the country, the tastemakers, culture carriers, key opinion leaders, visionaries, influencers, authorities, innovators, and trailblazers. Baby, let me tell you, many, if not all of the leaders of the sororities in the Divine Nine, leaders of the Links Incorporated, government leaders at the local, city, state, and national level, captains of industry, CEOs, presidents, VPs, directors, board members, founders, were all represented. I'm just going to say sponsors. If you want to be in front of Black women decision makers and influencers, this is the event. And if you're an aspiring attendee, this is an invite only, and it sells out every year. It's Dining with Deb, so you need to get on the waiting list. I think there may be a waiting list or I don't know. But anyway, fabulous. So after that event on, I think that was Tuesday, we went to a society party at Noman's in Oak Bluffs. That was fun. I arranged to meet up with a friend who happens to be a public company director and founder of Schmooze. Met her there. And then Wednesday was when I started walking. Got up for a morning walk to Vineyard Haven with my housemate. Then came back, went to a brunch organized. Well, I was invited by Leisha Bell. There were 4 women that hosted, but Leisha invited me at the home of one of the 4 organizers. There's a post, which I think I can link in the comments of the video. There was a post about it on LinkedIn, which was a group of women, investors, and founders and ecosystem builders. And I went from there to Summer Feet on the Vineyard, which was an invitation-only discussion on board service curated for C-suite women, which was held at the home of the organizer. Again, I think there was a post on LinkedIn, which if there was, I will link to the post in the comment. And then from there, Georgetown University had a summer soiree at the Boathouse in Edgartown. The Alumni Association hosted that. So it was a pretty full day. And then on Thursday, I was supposed to go to yoga on the beach that hosted by Uptown, but for some reason it didn't happen. It was canceled. So again, we did a walk to Vineyard Haven again, and I had a meeting when I came back, and then we went into town for Pinkwell, and that was fun, and walked the beach, saw my sorors and some other friends, and met some new friends, and took the picture, which is a feat in itself, and then left just before it started to rain. Did it rain? It threatened to rain. Anyway, it was great. And then after Pinkwell, I went to the Black BC Alumni Reunion at the Island Inn Conference Center. So I had to come back and change for that. And then had to come back and change for the Uptown Party at the PA Club. So that Uptown Party is one of the hottest tickets of the season. It sells out in hours. So they released the tickets. It sold out. They actually released another tranche. So we had to get on that. And I'm sure that sold out again. But anyway, everybody was there. You have to get access to the link when it first comes out in order to get those tickets. I'm just saying. So that was Thursday. And then Friday, I spoke at an event. We Strive Ventures hosted a brunch at the home that the host their summer rental in Oak Bluffs. Beautiful home, and they really set it out for us. And we talked about making moves. We talked about investing in a venture, an SPV, a special purpose vehicle. We also talked about some investing in some real assets, some property. It was just a great group of folks that wanted to make some things happen. From there, I went to the Council of Urban Professionals Summit Day Party at a private residence in Edgartown, and that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, so much fun. They did a fantastic job. I think the party was hosted at the place that the board chair was staying. That was fun. And then had to leave there. Went to the Black BC Summer Soiree, sponsored by Black Gravity, Voltron Data, and JP Morgan. And that was at a private residence in Edgartown. And then ran out of there after the panel discussion to see the fireworks in Oak Bluffs. I hooked up with my cousin and her friends on the lawn in Ocean Park. Well, yeah, so we posted up, as did everybody, on the lawn in Ocean Park, and then went back to her place. She rents a place in OB, not too far from Ocean Park, actually, steps away from that lawn, and hung out there for a bit. And then Saturday we went for a walk again. This time, instead we went the opposite direction. We walked downtown, grabbed a bite to eat at Lookout Tavern, right overlooking the water, not too far from the Oak Bluffs ferry. Ran into a friend of mine from Harlem. We took the bus back to the house. Went to the white party that night at 11 Circuit, DJ'd by John Quick. That was a lot of fun. And then Sunday, we were supposed to depart. However, I got an invite to attend a dinner, the Culture Shift dinner, at the home of a well-known venture investor and philanthropist. And I have no pictures of this event. So was invited to their home in Chilmark to have dinner and meet some folks. So that was fun. And so I decided to stay another day and take a flight back on Monday instead of Sunday. So to be sure that I was able to catch my flight, I took the ferry off the island Sunday night, stayed in Falmouth, and got to Boston and flew home. And that was that. So you can tell that it was eventful. And, for context, it was just more than just a great vacation for me. I'm going to borrow some pictures and video from some other folks just to show you that it's not a unique experience of mine. It's fairly typical, especially when you plan and especially when you start to build relationships. And if you go several times, I'm not an every year person, but I have gone multiple times, and then you start to see people and people expect you and you connect with them and you know that they're there and they know that you're there and things like that. So it's a tradition. It's a beautiful thing. And I think what is most beautiful, I was explaining to someone, is not only that you go and you have a good time. It's not only that it is what I call a workcation, right? It's work and a vacation at the same time, because clearly I didn't just go up and chill and lay on the beach. But it's also the multi-generational aspect of it, because I have gone before with my son and with my mom. It is a family place. It is a place for families, and it is a place where if you bring your children or your nieces or your little cousins or whatever, they get to witness the Black excellence and expect to be what they see. Oh, and I meant to say that I was going to tell this funny story. The funny story is that when we were watching the fireworks, because the kids are doing their own thing, they're just up there living their best lives. And, there are times where the Circuit Avenue is just overrun by kids. And there were 2 times in particular where I saw my friends' kids, and I knew my friends weren't even on the island. They were just up there. The kids were up there. And I guess they must have been up there with other people. So one night me and some housemates wanted to go out, and we went to a place where we thought the party was, and the party wasn't. And we got there and it wasn't there, or it had ended. And the Uber driver said, "Oh, if you want to go out, I can take you to a party. I know where the party is." And so we were saying, "Oh, you know where the party is? Okay, take us to the party." He said, "Yeah, I'll take you to a poppin' party." So he says, "Okay, come on, we'll take us to the poppin' party." And he takes us to a place that is very lively and drops us off. And we are attempting to go into the party. And when we get to the party, we find out that it's a middle school party. And we are cracking up because this driver has dropped so many people off there that he does not realize that it's a middle school party. He just knows that it's a poppin' party. So we're cracking up. That's the first thing. Second thing is that on the fireworks night with a friend, and her daughter is with some other friends, and she gets a call from her daughter, and her daughter says, "Ma, I need you to come pick me up." And she's like, "Why? What's wrong?" She said, "I'm with my friends and I want to leave. These men won't let me leave." And she said, "What men?" And she's like, "They're with some men and they're telling me that I can't leave unless you come get me." And she's like, "What men?" And the daughter's like, "I don't know. All I know is that they have some men with them, and the men said that I can't leave until you come get me." Anyway, make a long story short, come to find out that she had been hanging out with some other little girls she made friends with, and the girls had a Secret Service detail. And when she started hanging out with the girls with the Secret Service detail, the Secret Service was like, "Yeah, you're with us now, and we're not going to let you leave until your mom comes to get you." Really funny. Anyway, that's how they roll. If you have an opportunity to go, I highly recommend it. But let me tell you, it's a great workation destination. It's not entirely vacation for me, because there's too many opportunities for professional network. But that networking is very different than when I'm off island. Some people stay more than 1 week and ensure that there's at least 1 week or more that is entirely dedicated to R&R, but not me. I only stay for 1 week, so it's a combo. And as much as there are a plethora of activities for grown folks, like I said, there's much to do for kids and families. There's an opportunity for tweens, teens, and young adults to have fun with their peers in a safe environment and build lifetime friendships. I love that. I love the multi-generational fun that happens all over, all the time, on the beach, on the porches, in the kitchens, in the backyards, up and down Circuit Avenue. It's another opportunity to expose your kids to Black excellence and to give them additional examples of what they can aspire to. Now, where should you stay? You could stay in Oak Bluffs, as close to Circuit Avenue as possible. As I mentioned, Circuit Avenue is the main street in Oak Bluffs for dining, shopping, bars, and entertainment, but it is difficult and expensive to find accommodations close by. So you can stay in Oak Bluffs but further away, or you can even stay in Vineyard Haven or Edgartown. But if you stay further out, just expect to drive, Uber, or take the bus back and forth to downtown Oak Bluffs. The two places that I can recommend if you're not going to get an Airbnb or whatever is Oak Bluffs Inn. Shout out to Eric. And some other folks have stayed at summer camp. I've never stayed at summer camp, but the folks that they said it was fine, I guess. So you know what? These are like, okay, you get it. I had a good vacation, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. I'm not just doing a recap of my vacation. I'm telling you now so that you can plan for next year in case you have any interest in going. And let me tell you that you need to start planning now, like right now. Like open a new tab and go to Airbnb, VRBO, oakbluffsinn.com, whatever, links in the comments below, and book now. Set an alert to get your ferry ticket when they go on sale if you plan to bring your car on island. It's very difficult to get reservations for a ferry ticket if you plan to bring your car if you don't do that when they go on sale. Wait, I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. This is serious business. And for the Martha's Vineyard regulars who are not mad at me for exposing this treasure, let them know. This is serious business. I'm not lying. All right. So, come back in the future, next year, 2025 and beyond, and let me know what you think. Enjoy.